Hey guys, this is Clint from CT Mad Mods, and today I'm pulling that soft top off my Samurai. I'm about to put a hard top on it. Let's go! You've seen me paint my hard top that I got earlier this winter, and I'm about to install that sucker on this Suzuki Samurai. First thing I need to do is remove that soft top. Okay, got the top off. Whew. I like this little platform that we have for the dogs. It's just a piece of plywood with a mat, like a floor mat that you would put in front of your door. So I got to take that off. It's just held on with a couple of bolts. I got the mat off, and now we just have to take these little bolts out. A lot of you might want to know how I built this, but basically it was just a couple of pieces of plywood, and I bolted them to the top side edge of that. Okay, got those screws out, and this just comes off like that. All right, got those little bars removed, and then this piece should just slide right out of there. So these screws have been not wanting to come out, and I don't have any PB blaster on me, and my heat wasn't working because when I turned it upside down it would just cut right off. So I got a pair of vice grips on a number 3 screwdriver, Klein number 3, and then I took a crescent wrench because I don't have a hammer, and I wrapped the top of that thing to shock it, and then I just started moving this thing back and forth, and I've gotten them all loose except for this last one. I'm about to get it right now. Got the soft top off. Now I assume I'm gonna have to take that piece off, and probably the piece across the front that holds the soft top on. But for now, I'm just gonna leave them because I don't know how this hard top's gonna fit. So let's talk about what's going on with the piece of cardboard on the back. That's a template that I just built. The hard top that I got, this piece that goes across the back is missing. So I got a piece of this UHMW, and I made a template out of a piece of cardboard, and I'm gonna cut that out, and I'm gonna bolt it onto there just to kind of cover that gap. There's like a 3-inch gap at the bottom of the window. So I want to close that off. That way when the back window's closed, it'll come down to this area here. I'm gonna put a rubber strip on the piece of UHMW, and it'll just kind of close that off. So I want to get the top on, that way I can get some good measurements before I do any cutting of that UHMW, because I want it to be perfect. I mean, not perfect, but I just want it to, line up good. I don't want it to be half an inch above the tailgate. So, but here's the thing that I don't know. I've got the part that goes over your head right here, the front portion, and there's a rubber gasket that goes in it. And my buddy Sean does fiberglass work for a living, and I texted him, I said, how would you glue that rubber seal to that front portion? And he said, get you some 3M 1357, and I can't find any in town, so I'm gonna have to order some or something. So whenever I put this thing on, I'm just gonna kind of slide the gasket on. It's probably gonna fall off because it doesn't just like stick on very easy. So I'm gonna have to glue it on somehow, and I'm gonna have to order the right stuff to do it. So let's start mocking this thing up, because I've got to build some mounts and see how she looks. Here's what I'm talking about on the seal. It just kind of, it's floppy, and it doesn't really adhere to this top. You can't like snap it in. So I'm gonna have to glue it in. And it looks like somebody glued it before. There's all this glue or silicone or whatever the heck that is. I've cleaned most of it off, but it's in all of the nooks and crannies. So I've never put one of these on. I have one on the blue Tracker, and I know how that looks. It's a way better system than this. But we're gonna stick it up there and mock it up. All right, so I think I figured it out. I think it just snaps into, there's like a seam right here, and it snaps into that seam. And then, yeah, like I said, I've never even seen one of these things mounted. So I've looked online trying to figure it out, and I've asked people on the Facebook pages. And it's not that nobody wants to help, it's just if you have no reference, it's kind of hard to even envision. But it looks like this thing goes on there, and then the hardtop just sits on top of it. It looks like I got to take these off. So those are coming off next. Well, it's on there. So I had to take those little bars off, and it looks like, let's see if I can get a good view here, that rubber seal just kind of snaps in, and then it just sits on top of that rubber seal. I assume there was glue all over that rubber seal because somebody had leaks or whatever, and so they glued the seal to the hardtop. But I don't know. That's the way I bought it. Okay, so it looks like they probably had some sort of little, probably something that bolted in right there, like a 90-degree deal for that to fit in. So this might be a little easier than I first thought. Yeah. So this should be pretty simple. I should probably clean the black mold out of the bottom of this thing, huh? And then on this side, it looks like it just hooks into something. So there's a bolt hole right there. Maybe I'll just do a nut zert or something into the body. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Fit on this thing's a little wonky. Hopefully that rubber seal just kind of holds up, and once I put those mounts on there and suck it all down, it won't leak. But I'm not hopeful. Well, they call that proof of concept. So I just made this little bracket, drilled a 1/4-20 hole, and whatever this is, 5/16 or something like that. So I'm gonna go put that screw that was holding that bar on there. We'll put that screw, and then we'll see if this will work. All right, well, there's the idea. So now I need to adjust this screw and see if I can tighten that sucker up so it'll pull down. Okay, so it looks like this might work, but whenever I go to cinch it down, it hits right there. I don't want that to happen. I need to come up with another design. Let me keep thinking about it. All right, so I turned it around, and it looks like it fits a little bit better. So it's in there pretty good. And it clamped down, and the top sucks down whenever you do that. So let's see here. See if you can see it cinch down whenever. You can't really see it, but all right, well, proof of concept. It looks like it's clamped in there, huh? I think it's coming out. Let's get these other ones done. Trey just showed up. I guess he's pulling his transmission today, changing the torque converter. All right, let me show you what I did on the back side here. That one's a little rusty, but there was a bolt hole right here, and I just drilled it out, and that thing fit right in there. So I just clamped it down, and it clamps down. So I did that one, and then I built these little brackets for the front. And I actually built a couple of extra ones that aren't wonky and they're drilled out properly. So I think that's the hard top. This one's missing the little latchy-do thing that goes in there. All right, so we got the front part mounted, and all of these little buttons are in the way, so I just drilled them all out. I don't know if I was supposed to do that or not, but I did it. All right, so I put a little bit of silicone between the two halves, and I'm about to put this sucker together. All right, got the back end put back together. Hard top's on. I got it all siliconed in. Ronan's little platform is there, so about to put that front part back on. I took it off because I fixed the little clips that I built, and I got to silicone everything in. Well, I screwed up, and I got a set of bushings for my front end, and they need to be 1.25 inches, and these bushings are 1.5 inches. So I ran over to Kevin's shop real quick, and he dug around and found these bushings, so I need them to be 1.25 inches, and right now I'm on the lathe trying to get them down to 1.25 inches. What? Oh, you bored? Huh? Oh, it's time to go? Oh. Well, I still got stuff to do, dude. Yeah. This is the last one. What? All right, let's see if it fits. Oh yeah, that's way better. Okay, let me put this sucker back together. Got the other one out. Air hammer. Man, I beat on that thing with that air hammer for 30 minutes straight, and it finally came out of there, but it's out. That's way better. All right, well, we got it fixed. That was kind of a little side mission. I needed to get those bushings changed, but was not prepared to have to push them bushings out. Well guys, that's about a wrap. Thanks for watching my video.